All right, folks. We're here for
We are here.
Hot D, aka House of the Dragons. All right.
Yes. Mm.
Let's jump
Oh my god.
into Hot D season 3, episode 1.
Oh, he said, "All right, girl. You disrupted my meal, but climb aboard. Let's have some fun."
Yeah.
Now we got to skedaddle.
Yeah. Can't be afraid to ride. You see what happens when people are. I was sleeping, bro.
Eating, sleeping, everyone bothering somebody.
I can make it clean. Or might I at least know?
It's because he is Aegon Targaryen.
No. That's... What are you playing at, friend?
Oh man, bro.
Well, nothing like.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, well, because of what happens in the book, he's not. We know this ain't where it ends, sadly, for all of us involved.
Who were they then?
No one of consequence.
Well, kill everybody else.
Damn, just guys just trying to do their job.
Bar them with.
Never give people who know how to talk their way out of anything a chance to talk their way into imprisonment.
Genuine.
Mm-hmm. So much for that plan. Feast.
I mean, that's what happens when you're a woman who plays stupid games and wins stupid prizes. Like,
Walking right into a trap, which they didn't even know. Yo, her face is like, hey, what you doing here?
What castle?
The Queen promised to make us knights, so we get a castle.
That's how it
What?
works. Even this way. Like,
what?
What?
You got like a.
Name the Lord
yeah.
get the castle. What's a knight get then? A horse. What do I need with a fucking horse?
So I got a fucking
dragon.
yeah.
Maybe, sir, I'll feel you respect. Men would have to show me respect.
I got a
big
yeah.
fucking dragon.
Nah, he said like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, he's like, girl, I don't. That's not my home.
Really just left her there.
My girl. All she wants is snuggles. All she gets is struggles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he didn't leave.
I mean, he did leave.
Yeah.
Probably just came back. Oh, I don't. Please.
He brought dinner. Wow.
And then he cooked it. Such a good boy.
Yeah.
My good girl gets annoyed if her plate's too close to her and she can't lay down.
You literally yeeted that over. Yeah, struggles.
She needs snuggles, not struggles.
Where was his energy before he lost the eye? Before he got the big ass dragon. I mean, he's done some unspeakable shit already, but you know, that's everybody has. Hello?
I?
Hello? Hello? This show likes to throw this around a lot. Oh.
This show should just be called Mommy Daddy Issues. That's so crazy.
Fucking sisters, fucking moms, dads. Even she's like, bruh, that
Like,
could be a meme.
ew.
That could be a meme. Gotta fix the hair. Saying some king shit would be
Well-
alright, you know, I'm gonna bust out this window. I'm still.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm about
Plus-
to like, whoop whoop. Like, yeah, dragons coming.
You're...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dracarys. Dragon Slayer about to be first of her name.
Like, I don't want it to happen, but she looks really cool doing it.
Whose dragon is it? Is it Homegirls? Oh,
It's homeboys.
yep, Jace. Oh, it's so over. Yo, there you go. Dragon Slayer, first of her name. Yo, why are we not doing
Jace, just try to remove it, man.
Why are we not doing Dracarys to the fucking ropes?
Thank you, Bayla. Jesus Christ.
But that just
just
cost
fly up.
Bayla's life.
Yeah, honestly, truly. But like, fly up, take a breath. Fly up, take a breath, my son.
Yeah.
Take a breather. Just relax.
Lock in.
Everyone chill out. Lock in.
I mean, his plan was smart. It was suicidal, but now...
This is making me sick. This is making me sick.
All right. Where's homegirl her dragon now? Is that it? Is that what he's looking at? The dragon?
No, he's looking at the destruction out there.
Oh no.
Oh, his home. His home is
just saw it.
exploded.
He just saw that that's what they did to his
Yeah.
home. Oh, it's so over.
It's Jover. Joadida.
Joanita! Oh, GG's.
Fucking Christ. A waste of time and resources, bro. You should have just stayed with. Oh my God.
Fuck him up. All right, well, better go save him. Okay, she just claimed some bodies.
She's feeling too. No, girl.
Oh,
Nope.
no, yo.
He said nope. Not today.
Did you just burn your own members?
That dragon don't know. That's what I'm saying. She had that dragon for 5
it's over.
seconds. Yep, she had that dragon for 5 seconds. He don't know, baby girl. He don't know. He can't read. That's what I mean. Everyone is stuck on stupid.
Lock in, twin. They say. Gonna lose his son.
His pretty little boat.
Oof. All right, well. Oh, he's cooked.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Girl, oh, this is upsetting me. Oh my God, this is making me sick.
She about to roast her sister. Oh, damn.
I was like, where he got a gun? It's not a gun, it's a... They don't have guns.
Here we go. He about to watch his dad get killed.
This is so stupid.
Oh, damn. Okay. Missed the killing blow.
Fucking things that get I fucking hate interruptions.
Ah, man.
Ooh.
Bro, what was that, bro?
What is everyone doing?
What was that? No. No. Yeah.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm so sick. So her getting involved just got this boy killed because
Yeah, no, they're both dead, bro. It's too late. Yeah. Okay. Drown her?
Ay, ay, ay. He's like, I just got my dad back.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Everyone's stuck on stupid. Everybody's stuck on stupid in this show. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is making
Yeah.
me sick.
Well. She dead.
Buddy,
It's time to get off
buddy,
the fucking
untie.
dragon.
Buddy, get off the dragon. Get off the dragon, man.
It's time to get off the
Bro,
dragon,
get off the
bro.
dragon.
Abandon the dragon, bro.
Abandon ship. What are you
Oh, he
doing?
can't swim. Oh, no, he's stuck. Oh, no, okay.
Like, that's sad. That made me very sad. I didn't want that dragon to die because that was a baby. But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Oh, man.
bro, I'm
So
sick.
much for being a
I'm
fucking
sick.
king.
I'm sick.
So much for being a fucking king. Yo, Ray about to
I'm
fucking
sick.
crash out. The crash out that she's gonna have is gonna be generational. And what about your daddy?
I'm sick. Can't. Woo, I can't. Woo.
That's his war, folks.
I'm fucking sick. I'm fucking sick. Oh my god. I'm fucking sick.
That's his war, folks.
I'm fucking
That's his
sick.
war. Oh man, what a season premiere! Damn, if only that would have been the last episode of season 2.
Yeah, especially with how it drops there at the end. That feels like, oh,
So much
cliffhanger
better. I
kind
mean,
of thing.
yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like, you know, if it was the last episode of season 2, it would have been great. They saved it for the first episode of season 3, which
Yeah,
doubles
which
as to me a great premiere for a season.
yeah, I agree. Yep. Well, I
sets
don't
up
know
a
if I want to
lot
call
of
it great, but it is a very like it does keep
Mm.
your attention. This episode does keep your attention, which
Yeah.
is more than I could say for a lot of season 2.
Mhm.
And for a season opener to
Mhm.
bring back the audience, I think that is good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, while if they would have made this the season finale, I thought it would have been great.
Mhm.
They said it for the season opener. Yeah, if I think, like, the way I would grade it, if this was the season finale for last season, I think it would have been even. I mean, I think it would have ended off great, right? But they saved it as the season opener, so it's like I docked 1 point because this could have been the end point, and then we could have whatever's good. I mean, obviously Ray go crash out when she gets the news.
She already crashing out.
The queen's, you know, her queen's guard already just like, listen, man, if y'all would have just sent me out there, this shit would have happened. Well, I mean, it could have still happened. She would have made less stupider decisions.
That, and I think considering the inclusion of Rhaena, who just got her dragon for 2.2 seconds, and that dragon wasn't even listening to her to begin with. Like, yeah, it gave you a peace offering. Yeah, let you ride her, but it's not like, you know, you guys have been at this for a week at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys, so her, considering, and I want to bring this up because we thinking that if Rhaenyra had been able to get it up in there, right? So we got to think, if we're just saying if that was allowed to happen, right? We would still have the inclusion of Rhaena, which there's a part of me that understands our baby girl here, baby girl princess. Yeah, true. But her wanting to prove herself because she has low self-esteem when it comes to not having a dragon. Already just the treatment that she's feeling, that people are disregarding her. She feels that, not, being sent away is being, taken out of the game. When you're her age, it's quite understandable, in my opinion, when you're our age and you're looking at things hindsight 2020 or in the overall picture, being sent away to still have a job to take care of, to keep an eye on all, the future line, your brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And future dragons. It's a strategic, smart move, right? Get you out of the fight, because if you're all dead, then we all lose. If we all die, we're all fucked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to remove some pieces off the table, and that's what we're doing for you. But for her and her overall story from all 3 seasons, what the show itself is showing us is that, you know, not that we get much interaction with her and her mother Lena in season 1. We don't get much interaction with her and Damon at all, her father at all in the seasons. We get a little bit with her and her sister. We get a little bit with her and Rhaenyra, but we really don't focus too much on Bela and Rhaena in the show.
Mhm.
All we can do is infer the feelings of inadequacy that they're really trying to steep in here, and her not thinking clearly to jump into this fight with this dragon that she only just met this morning, right?
Yeah.
um so with that in mind, I think even if Rhaenyra had been allowed to go out there, the problem of Rhaena and Sheep Stealer still would have been a thing. Um, because Sheep Stealer would have attacked Cyrex.
Yeah.
Sheep Stealer would have attacked all the sheep. Again, Sheep Stealer can't read. He don't know, right?
Yeah.
He don't know what's going on. He's just there. People are throwing shit at him. People are bothering him. He's like, girl, I was fine in the Vale, and now I'm out here, and this is a fucking mess. Oh no, everyone getting cooked. And I
Yeah.
get him. Like, I get him. It's very much like, you brought me out my house for this.
Crazy work.
Yeah. He doesn't know Jace, he doesn't know Bela, he doesn't know those dragons. It's very much obvious he's been out by himself, roaming around. He's a street cat. He don't know. So he's wary, he's scared. Now that the fact that Bela and Jace also don't know that it's Rhaena riding Sheep Stealer until
Yeah.
they get close, they're just seeing him as an invading dragon, possibly part of the Greens team. So
Yeah.
them going towards him to attack him also makes sense, but it just agitates him even more. So it's very much just like, girl, you should have just stayed on Dragonstone, collected yourself, take a breather, run up to Rhaenyra, like, girl, stepmom, I got a dragon. Can I come and help? Maybe
Mhm.
take a bath, get something to eat. It really is like, because you're not thinking, because you want to prove yourself, you just cause more damage.
Mhm.
And it is in fact what happened in this instance,
Yeah.
right? Her inserting herself into this battle. It's like all these kids want to prove themselves only made the situation worse.
Yeah.
Like I said, no one is thinking, everyone is stuck on stupid. Which is really fucking annoying. Watching Jace with his crazed eyes, like, we can win this, and it's just like, okay, true, but and your fiance, I don't know if they're
Mhm.
married at this point, but you and Bela are not battle tested warriors in
Yeah.
any sense. I mean, none of you really are. It's been a time of peace. You're all being plunged into the situation, but it's like, you want to show your that you're worthy of being king. Your mother is like stuck on stupid as well, and you're just like,
Mhm.
okay, enough is enough. um we need to go help. And yes, the dragons do add to an advantage, but it's also like, there's so much going on, none of you are paying attention to what is actually happening.
Yeah.
So once you get clipped and you're getting dragged down, like I said, you need to get up there and recalibrate.
Mhm.
But then Rhaena comes in with Sheep Stealer. It's like, okay, shit, fuck, this is a dragon. We got to get rid of the dragon, and it's just a lot. It's just a
Yeah.
lot. And I want to say too, I understand in battles like this, in any conflict situation, people just start going on instinct and stop actually thinking about what's happening and what they can do. And it's just survive, survive, battle, battle, fight, fight, fight.
Yeah.
So I'm also taking that into account when discussing the situation. It's just very tragic to look at all these people who are meant to be educated individuals throw
Yeah.
their education and their smarts and their wits out the window to
As often
only
in war.
right. But it's like to then be a detriment to the woman who's losing her mind already and talking crazy up in her room. This is only
Mhm.
going to make things matters worse, right?
Yeah.
I know Jace didn't go out there to die, and I know Rhaena didn't go out there to cause a mess.
Yeah.
But it really is just like you even right before you guys get involved. Ooh, the thunder! Sorry, it's like raining heavy over here. The Mother Nature's feeling me. Mother Nature's like, yeah, this bitch stuck on stupid. It really is. You have that moment right before you jump in, guns blazing, to actually
Mhm.
think about what you're doing. Nobody is thinking about what they're doing. That's
They're
just
not.
like really what it feels like. And look, I know I preferenced this at the beginning that we're not going to talk about too much on the books,
Mhm.
or I'm not, because I haven't read them and you haven't read them, and all the information I have is secondhand. That's not
Mhm.
an experience I've had as of yet. Um, but uh, I knew Jace was gonna die in
Mhm.
this battle. That's what everyone's been talking about. And also, if
Mhm.
you just like look at behind the scenes and just you notice that the actor Harry is just not in a lot of behind the scenes up to a point, so you know that's
Mhm.
gonna be the end. And just how they're in pre-interviews before the season dropped, how everyone's been talking about him, and he's been making the rounds, the promo rounds. So
Yeah.
you knew someone's gonna bite the bucket, and they were very, very much talking about that at the beginning of the press tour. So I knew he was gonna die regardless. But
Yeah.
it's just watching, and I know how I'm sort of aware how he dies in the books because people have talked about it. It's more of him making an act, like he's more of an active participant in things, like he's more assertive and steadfast in helping
Mhm.
and creating plans and doing stuff than his show counterpart. His show counterpart, it very much feels like a petulant uh son who is just like I said, everyone's just trying to prove themselves instead of helping out,
Yeah.
right? It just all becomes so individualistic instead of being smart and actually strategizing how to do anything.
Yeah.
So watching this, I'm just like, well, like you said, you see the death flags in his eyes, and you didn't even know the death flag in his eyes just because of how what's happening in the story and for his character right before the battle.
Yeah.
To then the inclusion of Rainer, you're just like, yeah, this is just a clusterfuck of stupidity.
It is. Yeah.
Nobody's thinking. Nobody's thinking. So yeah, it is very aggravating. Um the whole Lohar and Corliss thing, again, I understand Lohar going, yeah, I only signed the contract because I want to get my get back. I get it, because fuck Aegon and his men, truly. If, go do your thing, girly pop. I love you. Rest in peace.
Mhm.
But it feels like, again, no one is listening to anybody when everyone's just like, hey, but this is the smarter plan. You can always fight him another day. If we get through this, you can have another chance to get your get back at him, but we need to survive this. And it's just
Mhm.
like, now you've made the active decision to not survive. So
Yeah.
like, you know, and then Corliss too, it's like, I understand you're underestimating your opponent, and that's also what's happening in this whole thing. Everyone's underestimating anyone, which again is wild to me, because for people who are battle tested like Corliss and Lohar, I'm just like, why? I don't understand you. Why?
Mhm.
But for Corliss to make a U-turn, right? And it's just like, just stay and help. Just stay and help out. Just stay. You could meet her in the sea, jump her ship, and kill her. I don't like, you know, because you underestimated what she can do, and now look, she got the got on you, and
Yeah.
now you're all separated from the fight, which maybe is a semi-saving grace because you guys didn't die by dragon fire, but
Yeah.
now the 90% of your crew is dead, and what did that get us? Like this whole thing just feels stupid. Like it's engaging and it's
Mhm.
action packed, and I like how it's shot. I think it's lit very well considering a lot of the lighting issues we've had with the show in the past. Like I can see what's going on. It's very intense. It
Mhm.
really draws you in, but it really watching, like I kept saying I'm sick, and it's a mixture of the anxiety and the tension, but also God, you're all just being so dumb.
Mhm.
It's just so crazy to watch it happen. And then when you think about the ramifications afterward, of course, once Rhaenyra finds out Jace is dead, Rhaenyra's just gonna blame herself for everyone's gonna like, well,
Yeah.
I'm a lady, and if I was a man, people wouldn't lock me up, and half truth, but
Mhm.
also like. You are being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, trying to reason with someone who abused you and bullied you most of your teen to adult life. Sure,
Mhm.
let's be BFF again. I gotta trust her. Like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But like you're gonna crash out seeing that, you know, the son of your hand survived.
Yeah.
Your two stepdaughters survived. Your a Bela who you trust to be smart and taken under your wing, you're gonna be like, you should have known better. But it's like, okay, girl, and then you're gonna blame Rhaena, who's just like, girl, what were you doing there? And now this is only gonna make Rhaenyra, not
Mhm.
hate is probably the wrong word I'm looking for. Despise is not the word I'm looking for.
Not the test.
Fuck, not detest. Resent them for surviving, and
Mhm.
resent them for their involvement, and resent Bela for going along with Jace's plan instead of turning around and getting her out. Right, it's gonna
Mhm.
just continue into that whatever stuff is mentally going on in Rhaenyra's head. Right, so I'm
Yeah.
just like, this, it just feels like we're a losing battle of intelligence in the show for
Mhm.
everybody, and just giving more reason to make Rhaenyra lash out at other people to justify whatever they're trying to do to make us think that she's wrong in all her decision making going forward. Right, which in show Rhaenyra is at fault, like I said,
Mhm.
for how they're writing her just on the face, just trusting Allison is wild, instead of sending someone to King, or like having Massaria write to her like little spies in King's Landing and
Mhm.
be like, "Hey, is this really what's going on? What's really happening there? Can, like, you know what I mean? It's just no one is
Ignorance.
thinking."
For one,
Yeah.
after everything that they've gone through, you would think that, all right, let me just double check these sources to see if it's the truth.
Right.
But it's
Exactly.
tunnel. Like she very
Right.
does have tunnel vision a lot of the time. Even when she was about, like, even her decision to be like, when she heard the news about what's going on with this war right in the sea,
Hmm.
that she immediately tunnel vision. All right, I need to go into battle myself. Right, instead
Right.
of having other troops or just trying to assess the situation. I need to take everything by the reins because I need to prove that I am a
Yep,
king and not
everyone is
a,
trying to
yeah,
prove themselves. Yep,
yeah,
everyone's trying to prove themselves, and it becomes an individualistic mindset instead of a group mindset, because babies, this is a group project. Like
yeah.
this war, this whatever's going on is a group project, and you're all failing. Everyone, it's like the teacher put all you guys together and none of you actually do the work. Like it seems like, everyone's getting B's and C's and everyone's doing a good job. So let's put them all together and now everyone gets an F. Like,
Yeah.
wild to me. And for, like I said, for people who have been shown to have a modicum of intelligence as the series was going, right? Rhaenyra is very well read. Rhaenyra has been shown to be, a little smart. She's ruled Dragonstone for a couple of years, right? She was under the wing of her father as cupbearer, learned names, learned situations. She reads, right?
Hmm.
Rhaenyra is smart. Why is she acting so dumb?
And this is what war does to people. Intelligence goes out the window, and then it's experience in battles come into play a lot of the time. And just her. And I wonder if this is like what they're making a point of, like in this war, because this is like going to be like one of the very very I guess you could say, or an actual war for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And without having true experience, being on like these battle lines, like for instance, um, yeah, like without having like that true experience, this is what's gonna have people continue to undermine her.
Mm-hmm.
Because the tunnel vision, to willingly be like, all right, you know what, this is what Alicent said, so we're just gonna go ahead and go along with this immediately. The tunnel vision, all right, you know what, this is what's going on. I need to get to the battlefield because I need to assert and validate that you guys know that I am king. Like, and like, because she even says that, body of a woman, but the heart of a king, right? And that's
Which to
always
me is a
just
very
been,
stupid line, but
yeah,
yes. Yeah.
like that is just shows you, like, if another person were to hear her say that, right, they would say that you're just not a king then, because you like a king does, it doesn't matter, like, a ruler, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, you have to, everything about you has to, scream it out, right? Obviously there's
Right.
going to be sexism and a misogyny going on, right? But we've seen rulers in other eras and other series and whatnot that have been
I mean,
female and have,
even in
yeah,
the
and
even
even
in the
the
show's
show,
lore,
yeah,
the Targaryens that came to, like, bring togetherness
mm-hmm,
in Westeros, Visenya and
mm-hmm,
Aegon, and I'm sorry, I always forget the other sister wife's name. But there were two queens and a
yeah,
king, so you had two strong queens,
yeah,
two helping rule Westeros. So it's not an impossibility for you as a woman,
yeah,
and you idolize one of your ancestors. You
yeah,
idolize Visenya. Your daughter, who sadly passed, is named Visenya.
mm-hmm,
You've survived so much. You yourself are pretty goddamn strong. Like,
yeah,
you survived so much. What I don't understand, like,
yeah,
what is it in your head that you keep going, I need to be a man? Like, girl, you survived things like the men in your life couldn't. Like,
yeah,
and you idolize someone who helped rule the Seven Kingdoms, and I don't yeah, like, that just, to me, it just feels like, why are you, I know it's stressful, and she's
mm-hmm,
lost a lot. She's lost a lot in a short amount of time. And it really does feel like everyone is undermining her, and I get that, right? But
yeah,
it just feels so empty saying a line like that, when it's just like, are you are you trying to convince yourself that
that's
the
the
things
big
that you
thing.
survived don't matter?
Yeah, it's
But
also
if then
trying to convince
that's the
herself that
case,
she's a king. Like,
but you don't,
yeah,
like, it's like you don't need to be, because you have other queens as proof that they ruled and did a
yeah,
good job. I mean, again, don't know the books, but just going off lore. But, like, that
yeah,
did a good job and did the damn thing. And it's like I said, and like you said, fucking break the window. You
yeah.
heard her, Cyrex, and get the fuck up out of
Yeah,
there.
like legitimately, like I'm like looking at the window. I'm like, all right, all right, we can pay to have this fixed some other time. Break the fucking
Right.
window, like, and like stabbing at the clothing. Like, what the fuck is the clothing do to you? Like, it's not doing anything. Like, and it,
And
yeah,
also, I'm confused too, because, like, for their chambers that they have, isn't there a servant's exit? Shouldn't there be a second exit? Not that we've seen it, right? But I
mm-hmm,
feel like it's a thing that exists because her handmaids don't always go out the main door.
yeah,
So there has to be, especially in this kind of place, and especially the last time she almost got assassinated in season 2. That's what gets Massaria to come back
mm-hmm,
from when she's about to leave. Like, girl, you almost got assassinated in your bedroom. You guys couldn't think to make an exit strategy in all this time? Like, they were so
yeah.
bold once. You don't think they're going to be that bold again? Like, that's why I'm so confused. I
It's
understand Jace going to
arrogance
Sir.
too.
Yeah, okay, fair. I get that. I understand Jace going to Sir Lawrence. Like, girl, your job is to protect her from all internal and external battles.
Yeah,
She's a
including his,
detriment to
yeah,
herself,
yeah,
and so, whether she beheads you or not, you still have to protect her, and that's what he's doing. That man's doing his job.
Yeah.
Can't fault that man for doing his job. But like, yeah, it's just watching the crash outs and watching all this and thinking about season like this the stories that we've set up so far and the characters that we've set up so far. It really just feels like the dumbing down of all these characters to a point. um Alicent too, like going to Dragonstone and making this plea with Rhaenyra, cool beans, whatever. To me in this
Yeah.
house, it really is a fuck you to Alicent Hightower, but like to come back and then not even send a raven to Rhaenyra to be like, hey girl, hey, so this is what happened, don't come here. Instead, like, just give it an extra day, give us like one more day, let me get my son up out of here so that we can all like so that me and my daughter and my granddaughter can skedaddle when you get here. Like, no, no, we don't send multiple things to multiple people to ward them off.
Nope.
We just try to gaslight and manipulate, which again, I will say, at least they're holding that aspect of Allison up. Like, she's still manipulator. This girl can talk her way into things, but it's just like,
Talks her way into her son saying, "I'm daddy now," essentially.
Jesus Christ, like.
Can we please address that?
And even too, right, even after she sends, like, in my head, like, again, I kind of know what I do know what happens to Allison because of the stuff that I've heard
Mhm.
secondhand from people. um and I'm thinking, like, even in the greater picture of it, right? And with how everything's falling apart, when Aemon, you already snuck out the castle to go to Dragonstone. You already
Yeah.
accomplished that, right? Why, once you send Aemon away, why don't you just sneak out with your daughter and granddaughter and get the fuck up out of there? Why are you waiting for anybody? You want to survive so bad, fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Like, at least, like, I'm thinking in context of what the show is showing us. It just seems like everyone is only thinking one step ahead instead of 10 steps ahead, even though in the past we've been shown that these are people who at least think 5 steps ahead. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Rhaenyra's crash out, semi valid, because I understand, again, girl going through so much, girl stressed out.
Yeah.
But I'm very much with Massaria there in the background going, like, I feel for you, but also this we're doing too much now. Like,
We
we
are.
can, like, we can, like, oh, it's just. And then Masari's look at the table too when she's hearing Rhaenyra go, hey, we can trust Allison, and even Masaria goes, maybe we should check, can she really be trusted? And Rhaenyra just goes, nah, it's all good. And Masaria just goes, really, like a face of a thousand words true. Like, I just feel like, and I know I'm an audience member, and obviously we're watching the story happen from all the different angles, so we are privy to things that the character in the scene is not. But there is, it just feels like the writers of this show are not allowing their characters to grow in any way, and if they had, we're resetting to push the narrative along in an unconvincing fashion. That's just
Yeah.
how I feel. Um, yeah, it's just, I think if I take out the gullet, like the battle itself, this would have been like a 4 out of 10 episode, just based off character motivations and character movement altogether.
Mhm.
It just, like, it really, like, my hope for it itself, and I just want people to know, again, I'm looking at the writing and the character arcs and character motivations.
Mhm.
We know the motivations are set. Rhaenyra wants to get back to King's Landing. She was usurped. She wants the throne and the crown that was given to her by her father, and wants to get back at these backstabbers and betrayers and rule like it was told that she would do,
Mhm.
right? Motivation. Um even Allison, to an extent, I understand. It's like you were groomed to believe that, your best friend's kids were gonna cut the throats of your children because your dad is a fuck ass bitch too, and all that. And so you taught your kids to fear their sister, to do whatever they could to one up their sister, and with enough time to make sure that while she is gone, you put your son on the throne because of a misunderstanding, right?
Severe,
Fine, whatever.
severe lack in judgment there, but
Right.
uh,
But that's kind of just Allison's character throughout, right? A severe lack in judgment and of
yeah,
self and of self-certainty. Um, you play stupid games because you think it benefits you until the game itself shows you none of it benefits you. So then you double back and go, well, whoops, right? It just feels like Allison at the end there
whoopsie,
just went, whoopsie.
yeah,
Because if my son still kept me at the big table instead of regulating me to the kids' table, I wouldn't have gone to Rhaenyra and warned her about all this anyway. It's
yeah,
very that. Um, and there's a point where I would believe it if it was like if it did continue to feel like a self-serving thing, but it just feels like she's only like it's just well, I see the error of my ways. It's like, girl, you only see the error of your ways because your son told you to kick rocks. Like,
yeah.
it's just all very we can't I feel like the show itself and we're just starting this third season that the writers can't make concrete decisions of who their characters actually are.
In terms
But
of
it's only
their,
episode one.
yeah,
In terms of motivation, in terms of self, and in terms of future thought, right? I don't know. It's the first episode, and maybe it gets better. I don't think it
mhm,
will. Because I even in recollecting season 2, it felt like every character was just like, I have a thought. And you know what?
mhm,
Scrap that. Scrap that thought.
mhm,
I'm gonna do something stupid. Hey, I have a thought that seems smart. Scrap that. I'm gonna do the opposite and do stupid shit.
yeah,
Yeah. And that's what it feels like a lot of this. And then we go to our 3 dragon seeds waiting for Aegon to show up. And the simple fact that, Adam is just like, hey guys, we got sent here to do a job. Let's just do the job. Doesn't matter if we're waiting around or not. This is the job. And the other two are like, well, fuck the job. This place gives me the ookie spookies. It's
yeah,
like, just do the job. Just sit there. You're getting to survive. Like it just stay. Just stay. Just stay. But again, people wanting to prove, like, I guess, half prove themselves, or to, like, I guess for Ulf, it's not really proving himself, right? It's more like, well, I want what's mine. It's like, girl, you just got the dragon. Chill out.
yeah. Now he want a castle, and then he want
Right.
women and
But
free drinks. You know,
you can't get that if you're dead.
yeah. He, yeah. How he got the dragon in the first place was already like laughable.
Right.
And with these 3 guys there, they are just so full of shows like this, especially, everything's about validation, right? So with those
Mm-hmm.
3, always wanted to, well, more so, Olaf wanted to prove himself. Like I said, he wants to have the castle, he wants all these things and whatnot, and following directions. It's like, all right, we've been waiting around, maybe this guy's not coming. I mean, obviously he's not, but the fact is they don't have any real information to know that, and there's so much other crazy stuff going in the background. So I could understand why anxiety would set on in, because if you were given a time frame of when this person's supposed to come and then they never show up, I mean, even I would start questioning. All right, what's actually going on? Is something wrong? And I'm more so guessing that's where, like, given the time, like, let's say if they're supposed to be there in a week, and it's
Mm-hmm.
been a week, and even more days have gone by since then, and this person has not shown up, haven't even crossed the area, then that's when you start to question things, and then those plans need to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that's like the breaking point for them, especially because they don't like the area, and they've been waiting around for a long time. Now you got this random witch showing up, right? For them.
And she's just like, bitch, I'm a
And
witch.
yeah,
Like,
like legitimately, like what? Who the fuck are you? I'm a witch. A what? Okay, you got this yeti looking thing. Like,
yep.
what the fuck was like? Like you don't know, and you're all right. You know what? And this man making a joke. He's like, yeah, like we're gonna get castles, bro. Only lords get castles. The fuck the knights get a horse? What the fuck I want a horse? I got a
I got a
dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, like that was just comedy relief for them. But so of course, with them seeking validation, and the elephant in the room is with Amon and Alicent, and that yeah.
Right.
Because I've been like, yeah, I wanted to speak on that for a minute. Like,
Okay.
I had a feeling, especially this show just loves their incest like moments, right? And that's just what Game of Thrones and what they supposed to be doing in the olden days, right? But this wasn't one. This one wasn't even romantic. This was like, to me, it was him just saying like, I'm the daddy now, and that's why her face, like I was looking at like Allison's face where it's just in the tears and whatnot. Like, is she full on has fear, is scared of her of this man, and that's why it would just felt so awkward and so hauntingly, that kiss, like especially it's not like what we've seen with Ray and Damon, or just Demon and whatnot, right? And then some of these and some of the other like relationships that we've seen where with between relatives. This one was just full on. It was so awkward, and I can only imagine other people online. And like, I mean, like every time they do these scenes and whatnot, I'm just like, all right, bro, what are we
Yeah.
doing here? And this one was just like, damn. She obviously, she just stood there, right? At this point in time, because she's like been gaslighting this dude, all for him to be like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. And you're just like, ah, shit. Like, legitimately, all plans. Like, when she arrived and she was like, a man sitting on the throne or farming, and she's just like, oh shit, what are you doing here? You're not
Right.
supposed to be here, and I'm trying to
Right.
get you to leave and do all of this. And he was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. Daddy's home. Oh shit.
Right.
Like, and I mean, like legitimately, um, where was this love and affection? It should have been you before he lost his eye, before he got this big ass dragon,
Yep.
before like I had a whole lot of time to coddle this man before he became numero uno villain. And now the end result is like he didn't have any of this love, or was bullied, and then he loses his eye. Then of course he's done, like I said, other unspeakable shit like everyone has in the series. And now he is so psychologically done that when I was just looking at that scene, I'm just like, bro, like this man is gone.
Yeah. For me,
he is done. Like, yeah.
yeah. For me, it's like, I saw a little bit that people were unhappy with it, and I'm unhappy with it too. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
everything needs to be we need to be kissing our mothers like that and
Yeah.
stuff like that, especially with what happened with Damon's psychological therapy in Harrenhal last season and him going down on his mom. Like, I don't think we don't need to keep, but that's why I made the joke of this show needs to be called yeah, but I think this show should be called Mommy Daddy Issues,
Yeah.
because that's what every single one of them has. All of them have it, right?
Yeah.
For Eamon, watching that scene and just trying to put the collective context of his character up to this point, right? He's the second son, in the whole family, right? So it's like Rhaenyra, then Aegon, then Aemon, then Helena, then Daron, that little redhead boy that's with his uncle with the pretty blue dragon. the guy from the Jessie Ware video, thinking of how he was treated in the context of like growing up with his parents being Viserys and Alicent. Viserys being a deadbeat daddy to all his kids, semi propping up Rhaenyra a bit more because that is his firstborn, and he did make her queen. Like after I die, she is to be queen. Um, but having Alicent be brainwashed by, groomed by her father, and then have a disdain for the kids that she gave birth to, understandably, right? You wanted kids, but you didn't sign up for the way you got these kids, right? But then continuing with the grooming of your father, going, well, your best friend, right? Your best friend is going to kill your kids, so you have to instill in them that they have to up one of her first. So she mistreats her children. Both parents are raising them not well. Like, it is a fuck ass mom and fuck ass dad situation. So in understanding Aegon and Helena and Aemon in that way, right, we can see it that they were just not raised right. They were not raised morally with
Yeah.
how with proper house training, right? So when we look at the overall situation with Aemon, he's still second to his fuck ass brother Aegon, who kept fucking up as they grew up, right?
Was
And
about to
Aemon,
be absolutely if he not tortured after Jace just bit the bucket and he's on his
yeah,
way to Ray Ray.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
Everyone's stupid in the show. He's definitely, like I said, having
Yeah.
Laris with him, being able, he's a bullshitter,
They're
and
about
I
to
know a
find some
bullshitter when
way
I
out
see
of
one.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, truly. But okay, so having your older, living in fear of your older sister who isn't even there because your mother keeps telling you your sister's a bitch, right? And your
Yeah.
grandpappy's telling you your sister's a bitch, and then you see your brother continue to fuck up, and they're still grooming him to be king, and you are doing your best, right? You're doing what you can and all that stuff, while also being bullied by your older brother, and no one taking you seriously. And even after you got, like his sister says, like Helena says, he's
Yeah.
scared his whole life because his brother, his family terrorized him, but he's still trying to be the best little boy in Westeros. He's still trying to be the best little boy in King's Landing. Gets the biggest dragon, goes to terrorize the other kids, like goes to bully the other kids, and the other kids are like, "Well, we fighting back, bitch!" And he
Yeah.
loses his eye. And then when you feel like your daddy isn't protecting you, and like, damn, that's crazy. Then your mom gets into a fight with your sister, and it's a mess. You grew up still trying to be the best little boy in the Red Keep, in King's Landing, but you're fucked up mentally because of the life that's living. So your brother is still fucking up. You're still doing your best, showing how strong you are, how smart you are, how much better you are than him. Like, look at me, I studied. I should be like, it starts drilling, like you start really pushing it in your own head, right?
Yeah.
All in all, like you said, this is show these characters want validation. He just wants validation from his father, who is dead, so that's not
Yeah.
happening. He wants validation from his mother, so we're leading to this point where you see what happens when you have when my older sister's a bitch. She's not. I love you, Rhaenyra. I'm just saying in their mind, right?
Yeah.
Your older brother's a fuck up, but he still gets to be king. And I've done everything by the book. I've done everything right for you people. Enough is enough. So when they get to that point where Alicent is finally like, yeah, it should have been you. She's telling him because she knows, because she's a manipulator.
Yeah.
She's, like I said, gaslight gatekeep girl boss, because she's a manipulator. She's like, I know what to tell my son that I fucked up. I know what to tell him what he wants to hear. It should have been you. It should have always been
Yeah.
you. But these are the cards that we are dealt. Like, bitch, you dealt the cards. you started the game. It should have been you. It should have been you. And to have that moment where it's like just them and it's that quiet, I understand him kissing her because it's the validation and the love he wants.
Yeah.
And having power through violence and uh intimidation is all he knows.
Yeah.
So if I'm towering over this woman who I've always wanted to love me and appreciate me, is finally telling me what I want to hear, even though again I'm not, he started questioning, like, girl, why are you trying to get me out the house? Like,
Yeah.
it's like she just kept pushing, and it's just like, all
Yeah.
right, well, all right, this is all right. Is this love? Is this love? So kisses her, and it lingers, and she's just like, man, this is crazy. I really
She's
fucked
like, I fucked
up. I
up.
really fucked up. Like, and I want to say, I'm saying all this to also say that there comes a point where as you grow up, you know right from wrong. You choose the actions that you do. So Eamon choosing to do despicable things or to be an asshole, those are all Eamon's choices, right? Same thing with
Yeah,
Aegon, same thing with Alicent. Everyone's making choices as an adult. You are of sound mind, and what happens to you as a child, you can either figure out how to work through, or you make the trauma that you have someone else's problem, and that's what this family has done. Made the trauma that they've suffered at the hands of others everyone else's problem. So now everyone's dying,
yeah,
right? So it is very much just like he kisses her, and I agree with you. It's like, yes, finally, the validation that I've always wanted. She's telling me what I want to hear. I got this moment of intimacy with her. All right, now I'm gonna go do what I said I'm gonna go do. She's right. If I kill my uncle, who I've always wanted to be like anyway, if I get the one up on this on him and show everyone
yeah,
who's really boss, cause fuck all these other people, right? Kill that dragon. Because again, Rhaenyra is nothing without Daemon, as everyone is trying to push into Rhaenyra's head. You're nothing without the men in your life. Um, yes, I'm gonna throw you a big party because now you love me, mommy.
yeah.
It's weird and I don't like it, but
Yeah.
at least
Also
character
throwing
wise, I
that.
see how we got here.
Yeah. Also throwing in that when his brother took him to the brothel.
Right.
Like yeah, he hasn't really known what love or these experiences
Right.
are since
That's right.
a child. So that's psychological trauma immediately right there. So he doesn't really like I see his character as someone that really can't discern what is love for a woman, right? In general,
Mhm.
and if this is love for a woman or love for a mother. Because he hasn't been
Mhm.
treated right either. So he doesn't know
Mhm.
any type of affection for a mother's affection or another
Mhm.
woman's affection at all. So it's like, what is any of this pretty much?
Right. Yep.
And the only thing he knows is power, and that's
Yep.
what's validating to
Yep.
him.
Yep.
And so the power dynamic has now shifted because he's seen how his father, is, and he's trying to fill shoes that he believes he can fit. And
Mhm.
you know, yeah, he is a bundle of psychological trauma, and this is the outcome that people have to deal with,
Right.
like by putting their hands in a quote unquote the cookie jar that he's been holding, and so
Mhm.
everyone has just been piling this on, and now they have an anomaly that they have to deal with, and everybody don't like the results, but everybody has
Mhm.
contributed to creating this villain,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
people are just now like bearing the fruit of the consequences of what they've done, and to create
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
villain essentially,
Mhm.
because everyone's just
Yep.
like, yeah, yeah,
It is very much just like for in my head when it comes to the whole Alicent, Otto, and Viserys, and
Mhm.
even Daemon has a part to play because Daemon undermined Rhaenyra at certain points before their marriage and in their marriage, right?
Yeah,
To lambast this woman's brain, and again someone else who has psychological damage, to be like,
yeah,
you are less than and you're nothing without. But it really is like everyone played a stupid game, and now everyone's winning stupid prizes.
yeah.
Allison, you could have could have made a choice to raise your son differently, and you didn't. You played the
It's a
game to your
failing. Yeah,
advantage. Yeah, you played the game to your advantage when it suited you, and then when the product of the game that you started is like, hey, we don't need you anymore, now all of a sudden you want to be like, oh, this is crazy. It's
yeah,
like, girl, you really did you played a big part in how we got here. um
yeah,
so it is very that, and then to think about like Aemon and Aegon too, that it is like you both are fuck asses, and at some point you just allowed your trauma and your pain to take over to then use it to abuse others. When you're being told constantly that your sister's trying to kill you, your sister is worthless, you guys need to be on the throne from everyone around you. Again, undermining Rhaenyra instead of everyone just going, hey, just let her sit there. Just
Yeah.
let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens, right? Let's just see what happens. It truly is just about power status and validation and the hindsight, the thought of if we just followed the king's ruling instead of undermining him as well, because we saw him as weak and he proved himself to be weak by not being a good father generally.
Yeah.
We know better. And it's like, well, you thinking you knew better instead of trying something different, look where we're at. Now everyone's dead.
Yeah.
So now everyone's life is in danger. Everyone's a problem. Everyone's a fucking terror. And the one person who's just like, bro, I didn't even want this to begin with. It was handed to me. She's now crashing out in her room, locked up by her son. And it's just like, guys,
Yeah.
you couldn't, I didn't want this. Now I got it. Just let me sit there. Let's see what happens. But
Right.
misogyny, patriarchy, women who play in misogyny as well,
Yeah.
to validate themselves. And now everyone's just like, whoops.
Yeah.
Spilled milk. Spilled milk.
Yeah, next week is gonna be
That
a possible movie because just
it really feels like when I think about the overall feeling of the show I have is that there's gallons of milk on the table, and then there are one or two people who just like keep flipping the table just a little bit to see when the milk is going to fall. And then
Mhm.
finally they get strong enough to flip the table over and there's spilled milk everywhere. And then the whole room is looking at them like, that's crazy. Why would you do that? You knew that was going to happen. The milk was there and it was open. And then they just go, it wasn't me. And it's just like, but we saw you. And they're all
Like we
like, no, but
literally,
it wasn't
yeah,
me. Who did that? Who did that? Now my dress is dirty. Now my pants are soaked in milk. Oh God, no. It's just like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's what it feels like. Spilt milk and no one wants to take responsibility for spilling it. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
everyone wants to cry over it. It's just, yeah. I honestly feel like if this episode I think would have been a very good season finale. I think for season 3 opener, it's decent. But if I take out what's happening in the gullet, like the action of the show, of the episode, this would have been a pretty in the middle episode.
Hmm.
Just an in the middle story. With very infuriating character work that's happening. I think everyone is doing their best with what they got. Everyone is so compelling. I can't keep my eyes off of anyone doing anything. Like I said, I think it really does feel like the actors are above the show. And I really do feel like that's the overall consensus, which it shouldn't be. I think when you do a work like this, movie or television, and you hire people, it should be hand in hand. The writing should elevate the actor should elevate the writing. And we're just not doing that. It's really feels like the actors are pulling the writing along.
Hmm.
Um, I think everyone's doing a really good job. I believe everyone's emotions. Rhaenyra with her crazy eyes, like, oh yeah, no, we can do it. It's fine. It's all good. Like I felt that like descent into you're really just like, yay, it's over and cool. And Harry, who plays Jace, his crazy eyes in the hallway talking to Bela, and
Yeah, it
Bethany,
was
who
the
plays
easiest
Bela.
death flag of all time,
Oh,
bro.
truly, 100%. But Bela just looking so conflicted. I think Phoebe as Rhaena, them really selling it on. Oh God, I'm out of my depths, but I'm so tired, and I just gotta do this. I gotta like. I'm telling everyone, all these actors are really selling the show. I just wish the show would sell itself.
Yeah, I mean, without
Yeah.
action, this episode was
Yeah.
a lot of doing what we're doing, yapping.
Yeah. Sorry, and we're done
Yeah.
now.
Oh no, no,
Um.
no. Like no, but that's what we
Yeah.
do. Like that's
Right.
our description. Like that's that's what we do is yap.
Yeah.
But like yeah, it's like a lot of it was going on. Not that they were going around in circles, considering what's going on. It's
Mhm.
just compounding on top of things. Like even to me, the most dramatic part was, of course, the kiss scene because it's like a what the
Mhm.
fuck moment.
Mhm.
And it's what this show tries to
Mm.
really
Mhm.
continue to get viewers and whatnot. It's like, all right, you know what? How can we already know people are going to be sold on the battles and the fights, right? We got
Mm-hmm.
that part in the bag,
In the
right?
bag.
And we know
Mm-hmm.
that's worth at least 5 stars, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to do about the other 5 stars? All right, well, you know what? We're gonna have these two people kiss. Yeah, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Mother and son, let's do that. It's gonna shock people. All
Mm-hmm.
right, but why are they going to
Yeah.
kiss? Well, you see,
Right.
because this guy was brought to a brothel, all those years ago, so we could play up that he don't know how to talk to women or his mom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's another.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, but is it a little too weird? No, it's not, because we're Game of Thrones, we're House of the Dragons, and we have incest all the time.
Incest already.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
so far out of reach to consider
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Some of
It
these
really.
writers, I'm just really
No.
like in the writing room, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It really does feel like they are relying on the audience to construct the show and its motivations instead of doing it themselves. And I
yeah,
even felt that way in season 2. That it's really relying heavily on the audience to construct the reasons why we are here instead of allowing the character work and the writing to do so.
mhm,
Um, I mean, or maybe it's a mix of both. Because, like I said, when I think overall, like just Amond again, how we got here, I'm not surprised why. But
yeah,
it is like, is it necessary? No.
yeah.
But
Because he's your big bad at the moment. Placing the majority of stuff on. Well, yeah, placing. Is he really the
but
big bad?
I
I
think so.
mean, right now,
To me,
yeah, yeah.
it
He's
is
been turned into the
Aemon.
big bad. Yeah,
It's Aemon and Allison.
yeah.
Like,
To
to
me,
me, they
Allison has
are
just been on. She's been on one since the first season. So yeah.
truly like, and it's sad because I know this has been a topic of conversation in the House of Dragon community. A lot of people have lost respect for the character of Allison because she just didn't stick with her motivations of, well, no, I want my kids
Mhm,
at the seat. This is power that I want. This is power that I've got. Ha ha ha.
mhm,
Because you made your friend's life miserable for 25 billion years,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, but also I kind of miss my friend, even though I'm the reason
Yeah,
why she's gone.
I don't
Like,
like the fact that she walked it back pretty much.
yeah.
Like, it's like, man, you made your grave,
And
and
you don't want to take accountability for it. It's rather,
yeah,
but we're women and we got to stick together. Like, girl, you
yeah,
played
what
a
was
huge
that?
part in
Yeah,
why we couldn't stick together. And it just feels like also too with the writing with Rhaenyra as well, with whatever this show is trying to accomplish,
yeah,
that Rhaenyra just needs to forgive her because then she can have
and
her seat.
that's
And
to
it's
me
just
is
like,
BS too. Like, nah,
yeah,
it,
like we have to forgive our abusers for putting us in the position that we're in. When all Rhaenyra in season 1 was just like, no, but I feel a certain way because damn, you married my daddy and you know this is fucked up and we didn't even talk about this and all these other things are happening and you no longer have my back. And it's understandable because Otto was like continuing to groom and brainwash Allison. But like I said, at some point you start making the decisions yourself as an adult, and she constantly undermined Rhaenyra, constantly spread rumors about her, did a lot of fuck ass shit.
yeah,
And like I said, she played a stupid game, and now she won a stupid prize. But it's like, damn, man, Rhaenyra, why you don't like me?
yeah,
Man, let's just hold hands and run away together. And it's just like, y'all probably could have did that if you weren't a bitch. Like, but it's
yeah.
like, again, like we're walking it back, and then we're trying to. It feels like the overall feeling of their relationship that the writers and the creators are doing is like, yeah, that's crazy that Allison did that, but Rhaenyra needs to be the bigger person and forgive her
Forgive her.
so
Like,
they could work
when your best
together.
friend becomes your stepmom and then backstabs you multiple times and is asking, "Hey, why you hate me?"
And like I said, who spilled the milk?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Who
All
did
right.
who
Yeah.
said that?
Why do
Who
you
did
hate
that?
me? What? All right. Yeah.
Instead of just doubling down on that nature of I made these choices and I'm gonna double down and
Yeah.
stick with it. It's like, no, we all need to these two women, but Rhaenyra needs to meet her more than halfway. Like,
Yeah.
Allison has taken 10 steps down a 100-step road and Rhaenyra needs to do 90% of the work. That's crazy work. That truly is crazy. And then to continue to have Rhaenyra go, yeah, now I trust her, and then everyone just going, are you? Maybe we don't.
Sometimes it's not even sometimes. Not every villain character needs to be multifaceted.
Right. It's okay that they're bad.
Be psychotic sometimes, like, and just be bad. Like, not everybody needs to have redemption, because it doesn't work that way in the real world. There are some people who are just dirtbags, some people who became dirtbags and just stay dirtbags. But not everybody needs to have a redemption, and I think Allison's character would have been way better overall if she just stuck to her guns and she would fall on her sword. Like, essentially, like, I made these decisions. Sure, it's bad. And accountability. I would prefer she just didn't take no accountability. Like, if she was similar to what's some girl from House of Dragon that ended up
House of Dragon, or
not House of Dragon, from Game of Thrones. The Lannister.
Cersei.
Yeah, she was like, if she was more like Cersei, where, I mean, she knows she did some terrible shit. And she was gonna just go out on her sword regardless, and was cunning and conniving. I think that would have fit Allison a bit more, but they try to have her a little bit more multifaceted than that. So
yeah, but it's the one thing though, and I really have to point this out too, because it's very obvious we're going towards, especially seeing behind the scenes stuff, the reconnection of Rhaenyra and Allison in the Red Keep, right? It's the only reason and the show has shown this, so I'm not making this up. Look, I also want to state that it's okay if you make a mistake and you're just like, fuck, now I did fuck up. I want to do better. But in the show itself, it shows that the only reason Allison wants to do better is because her sons told her to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's not because she's had a change of heart. It's because she's had a change of status. And it's now become semi-survival.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not like,
at this point.
Yeah, it's not like, fuck, damn, I really need to think about what I've done. It's like, damn, now my sons aren't listening to me. Even though I told them women can't do shit, now they're really throwing that back in my face. Yeah, what's Rhaenyra doing?
No,
It really, like, that's yeah, it really does. That's just what it is. And instead of, like you said, just going with, damn, I fucked up, oh well, la-di-da, and doing her thing, it's just, you think, I can't help, because I'm a woman watching this show who has been betrayed by other women, and I'm just watching it going, for the things that I have suffered at the hands of others, I'm not meeting you 90% of the way. I'm probably not meeting you at all on the road. You could honestly kick rocks, but like, to watch Allison have these bad things happen to her to help her justify her actions, and then just be like creating the problem, and then finally when the problem is like, we don't need you anymore because you told us we don't need you. Oh well, I'm sorry. Like,
whoopsie.
Whoops, who spilled the milk? Yeah, it's crazy work to watch this happen, and then to watch Rhaenyra go, yeah, it's all
She
it's
just
all
want to
Gucci.
believe in her old friend, aka stepmom. So
I just, there's still hope for this relationship that was a burnt bridge many a year ago. Because she came and saw me, and now I'm gonna go there.
It's like
and
the second time too that sneaking in, like, just unannounced.
Yeah. Because Rhaenyra did it the first time at the Sept, and they chit chatted, and that's when Rhaenyra was just like, "Girl, Aegon, you mean my son Aegon, or you mean the Aegon of yours? So you fucked up." And in seeing that too, and understanding that your friend had a misunderstanding and has caused you more trouble, you still want to believe her?
That's a relationship that doesn't work in 2026.
like not
But
even
just
like it really.
in general, like there are some people that are just willfully ignorant and hopelessly oh yeah, no, that's one of those hopeless um yeah, it's copium. There we go. Copium.
Right.
It's
Which
hopium
again
and
to me,
copium right
right,
there.
which again to
Yeah.
me is crazy because she is shown to actually have people who have supported her throughout and her uplifting her and are trying to help her, to just throw it all away for someone who really hurt her.
Yeah.
Um Again, it really does feel like our main character Rhaenyra is not the main character in this story, and it's that weird societal lesson that is in a lot of movies and television shows. Like I'm sorry, I just watched another show where it's very much just like this person terrorized you for a good chunk of your life. They made your life worse, and instead of working with you, they made sure to work against you and pushed you out. It doesn't matter what harm that they've caused you, you have to forgive them
Yeah.
instead
And
of learning and being better.
we saw Topic Original Sin and how much hate we got for talking about forgiving your
Oh,
bully.
yes.
Fuck.
Right.
Listen,
Yes. You
folks,
do
fuck
not. I
that.
will. Yep.
Fuck
Never
that.
forgive your bully because they doesn't matter what's happening in the background of the bully story. The bully is making an active decision to terrorize you and make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
Your trauma is not an excuse to cause harm and misery to others.
Yeah.
You make the active decision to do that. In this story, everyone, like, for what we have to take into account for this show is these are adults making active dumb decisions.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah. So as of right now for this episode, I'm kind of at a 6 maybe. Like I said, if it wasn't for how well shot the battle was, it would be like a 4. So to me, in my opinion, just the cinematography of the battle itself is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that I'm disappointed in the show, and I'm trying to hold out and trying to give the show more credit than I think it's worth in writing wise, and trying to put it all together for what we're getting. So for episode 3 opener, I give it a 6. I think even for an episode and finale for season 2, I think it would have been the same just because of the actions taken by the characters in the show
Mm-hmm.
and in this episode and what's going on. My hope for the overall season is a lot less than it was when we jumped into it. I just feel like I'm gonna just be disappointed by the end of it, and like, but we'll see. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see. Just because this is one episode, we have to give the season time to show, to be put out, and see where the story takes us.
Yeah. For me, I have it at an 8 because I think even if it was the last episode of the last season, was to me overall way more interesting. Because the last episode was I just did not like the last episode
Yeah,
of
it
season 2.
just
It just did. It was a whole lot of all right, here's some tension. All right, blue balls you into 2 years
yeah,
from now.
and then
Yeah.
here's a beautiful shot of the scenery, which again I give it to the show because sometimes when
Yeah.
they show you the landscape, I'm just like, oh yeah, that place is magical. Yeah.
Yeah, the payoff would have been, yeah, like I said, I can only imagine, you and everyone else that watched it week by week
Yeah.
and then got that episode versus me who like binged and also watched recaps to like as I'm processing all this information to come into yeah, like I'm at a 8 for it. Who knows what's gonna happen next week? Guess there's only one way to find out, and that is to tune in.
So yeah, I mean, let us know what you guys
Yeah.
thought of the episode in the comments and where your guys' head is at going into the show. I will say, I personally, if you have bad faith discourse, which I've seen a lot in this fandom for
Mhm.
this show, happens a lot. How about you keep that on Twitter? Just literally, we are, if you watch our other videos, please go check that out. Our comment sections and how we discuss these shows and music videos and things that we watch, we try to have more nuance and try to be more open to difference of opinions in how the rest of the audience feels about it. So yeah, just what do you guys think of the episode overall, and how do you feel going how we're gonna go forward in the next 7 weeks.
Yep. Oh man. Well, folks, with that said, we'll be catching you guys for episode 2 for Hot D. And the crash out possibly of the century, because if she ain't crashing out next week, I don't know what are we doing here.
I mean, she took her frustrations out on that garment, just snatching it from that poor girl's hand. Like that girl did something.
Yeah, I better
Truly,
see somebody's throat cut. I mean, I better see the king, the queen's guard taking an unfortunate L. And he's like, "You caused this, motherfucker!" And then start stabbing him repeatedly. I better see something generational. And if it doesn't happen, this it's gonna get a 0 out of 10 for me, dog. So.
Yeah, it'll be me as Masari in the background the whole time, just looking at the whole thing, going, "Ooh, this is oh no, ooh." My girl Masaria, my favorite character, by the way. But yeah, we'll get more into her as she hopefully has more scenes in the series as it goes on. But that's my Pookie right there. Yeah, so I'm excited at least to see her. So
yeah. Oh man. All right, folks, let us know your thoughts and we'll catch you guys next time. I already know. Houses.